All right, perfect. Sorry about the confusion. Yeah, just this.
Oh,
Yeah, because I didn't book the meeting because it was just going to be a quick,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and she's
Yes.
probably going to have a sales call there, to be honest. But yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, yeah, I mean, either way. Also, I mean, I looked at the sheet. I understand where there might be a bit of confusion, but if you could just like, you can share your screen here at the bottom. You can share your screen if you can just go through the sheet and try and clarify the points that you think might be confusing.
Yeah. Oh,
That
let
would be
me. Do you
amazing.
want me to just share my screen?
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, I can share my screen, and it's just I figure it'd be easier for you to go through your sheet than me trying to understand what you mean. But I can, if you're not comfortable, I'm also happy to share my own screen.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can.
If
Oh.
not, I'll share my screen. That's perfectly fine.
Um. Oh, I haven't really done it before, and it's a little bit tricky to. I might. Is it okay if you do? Because so there's
100%.
mainly.
I'll do
Yeah.
it.
I'll figure it out afterwards.
No stress. Absolutely no stress. So share my screen. Entire screen. Share. Alrighty. So can you see? You can see my screen. Perfect. All right.
Yes.
I can't hide this thing. I'll just hide it here. Perfect. I mean, so I have the two sheets here open. This
Yeah.
is, I can see that it's your tax workings, and then you have your tradings here as well.
Yeah.
Now, can you just walk me through here? I see that here you have your expenses for 22, 23, 23, 24.
Yeah, exactly. So on the top right is kind of where I
Yeah,
done the working. So this is
yeah.
just for dentistry. I was working between two practices. So there is one practice called the Maltings on N1, and
Okay.
then there was Perfect Smile, which
Perfect
is
smile here.
yeah.
S1. Okay.
So the numbers in those columns was so the reason I put actual is Maltings was really confusing. They weren't paying for a while very well. And the numbers
Okay.
on my and obviously I've got all the paychecks, but
Mm,
what was on the slips was the number total came to 8,212 from April because I left part
from
in
April here.
December. So
Okay.
8212. But actually when I did check my Lloyd's account and just put Maltings,
It came
the
in as
payments you can see they were coming a little bit randomly. And then the total came up to 23, I guess. Six, yeah, yeah. So that was just the gross number from Maltings that actually came into my account in that tax year.
okay. Interesting. And do you have any idea why that might have been?
Because as a dentist, you sometimes pay like we will get paid by a patient a little bit later, or sometimes there are lab bills that we incur. And, this practice, unfortunately, everyone had a lot of issues just getting paid properly,
With
getting paid.
Maltings.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So, but, like technically my number was on the pay slips is only
Mm.
8212, which is a
8212.
lot less and probably more advantageous.
Yes.
Annoyingly, yeah, but obviously
Yeah.
it's good. It's good
Mm.
that I did get because that number is terrible, and I would
Mm.
have never been able to accept that I only got
Okay.
paid either. Anyway,
Fair enough. I mean, but it is like almost three times more, so it is a bit of
yeah,
a difference here.
it's very confusing. Yeah. Anyway, so then the lab bills
Lab
is our lab
bills.
kind of
Mm.
the costs, of the. So we end up paying the dentist pays their lab
Mm.
bills as
Mm-hmm.
well as the pension. My pension is really high in for Maltings. I'm not
Mm.
sure because you can see Perfect Smiles pay was overall similar,
Mm.
but then my pension was a
A
lot
lot
less.
lower, yes.
Yeah, so that's something, but I don't know, pension as when you're working for NHS is like the most impossible thing to figure out and log into.
Okay.
No one understands it. But I guess for me, I just hope that it's
Mm.
all at least going towards that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is all on the pay slips as well. So
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah, I guess I highlighted
This is
in
your
green the
workings.
two
Yeah.
main numbers as the
Okay.
gross figures and then the costs as
Mm.
yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
red. And then
Perfect.
I put that onto the left side.
The
So
other side here.
yeah, which again, I was really quite surprised and shocked to see my net profit being that low. I did tell you that I was moving away from dentistry,
Mm-hmm.
and so I guess in a way it's also expected.
Yeah.
And then slowly with functional medicine, it's been such a journey because I have not really the process of setting up your own business, working from
Mm.
home is just really complicated and you need a lot of
Okay.
regulation. So
Mm.
again, it's literally even it's having to accept everything I was like thinking in this
Mm.
last year, which is then I started day trading
Mm.
and I'll show you the disaster that was. But
I've had a look. Yeah.
yeah, thankfully, I've got my partner. He's like been very supportive. This is, I think, a journey we go
It
through.
is. It is
I did
100%.
my dentistry the last 4 years, which is why I had savings ready to,
Mm. Invest.
explore. And yeah, like he's really supporting me, and ultimately, I am slowly now becoming
Mm.
profitable. So, but
Perfect.
because I was in that thing where I could make money from clicking buttons on my phone, unfortunately, even functional medicine kind of, as you can see, it
Was
was not
left in the background a
first.
bit.
But
Yeah.
it's also because I started questioning, is this even what I want? Why I don't enjoy dentistry? Is that
Mm.
one-on-one, the burnout that comes with it? And unfortunately,
Okay.
functional medicine is a very similar path. Sometimes you
Okay.
do something and you're thinking, this is the answer, but actually
Mm.
I'm questioning how I want to do that as well, just so
Okay.
that's also a project I'm thinking about, whether
Mm.
it's like social media and more like digital, like, yeah, I think I'm in that side hustle era.
Okay. Love it. Love it. No, but it's
Oh,
exciting. It's an
it
exciting area
is.
to be in.
It is also unfortunately a
Scary,
bit
but yeah.
scary. I don't know if you've been in that situation, but
Ah,
like
yes. 100%. I feel you. I feel you.
really
100%. I've been a freelancer for a long time now, and with anything freelance related, it is obviously comes that stress of like having to fight for your next job and not knowing, and that
yeah,
uncertainty. It's obviously a bit scary, but
completely. And your
yeah.
comfort zone tries to pull you back. Literally,
Mm.
I'm like just contemplating, should I just go back into dentistry a few more? Because I'm in London and rent here is outrageous, and like I
Mm.
don't want to put that much pressure on my partner either. So
Mm.
up and down, and I think the accounting has put like a really
Yeah. Okay.
perspective.
I
But
mean, that might be a good thing, I guess. Give you a bit more transparency into your numbers, obviously.
I know exactly you don't want to
Mm.
be in denial about these types of things.
Exactly.
So
100%.
yeah, I guess that's what I really wanted to clarify.
Mhm.
That's like what was what. Honestly, I'd put a question mark in the functional medicine thing, which was rent question mark. Obviously, I've not done as many consultations and things. It was literally that 100, and then the 553 was when I went and did a consultation for a different company.
Okay.
But I didn't, it was so far away, I decided against that job.
Mm.
So yeah, question mark for rent, I guess in the future, maybe if I am like working from home
Yes,
and things
and
like
if you channeling it through your company, it'll be a lot easier to justify the rent. If you're
yeah,
just solo practicing, then it's be a bit more difficult. But I mean, we can also look at it. But through a
yeah,
company, and that's again, as we saw with the sprint, that'll be the next step, and through the company, it'll be a lot easier. But yes,
yeah.
but 100%.
Okay, fine. So yeah, like you were saying a lot about like how I can offset certain things
Mm.
with like, the losses, and that's where I didn't really understand. But does this spreadsheet so far kind of make sense? Like what
No, it
numbers?
does make sense. It does make sense, 100%. That
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot worse, and we see people sending us spreadsheets in like PDF format, and everything's with the wrong format. The
Okay.
lines don't match. Like this is definitely not the most confusing one we've received. Don't worry, hundred
Okay.
percent.
Cool. Yeah, I guess because I know with my previous account, like I think he only did dental ones, so things
Okay.
would make. But like
Mm.
you can see on the left, I've put like my subscriptions, travel costs,
Mm.
fees,
Interlivix.
indemnity.
And
So all
this travel, for example, what does this travel relate to?
this is just commuting, train
Commuting to. Okay.
to and from every
Okay.
day for like the year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an average. It's like it could be a bit more or less.
Mm.
I think I did it because it's about £10 a day. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Got you.
yeah, and then training fees and
Training is good. Training is
yeah.
good.
Some of it he had just put in there. My last accountant, like he kind of put an average of, I guess, what most people do. I'm trying to think, like sundries on postage and stationery and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I know obviously we do laundry, like how ridiculous, that's so funny that, but like our scrubs and stuff, apparently
Mhm.
all of that. But yeah, I don't
Okay.
want to add anything that's unnecessary on
I mean,
there.
add everything. The more you add, the more we have to work with. 100%. Even if it doesn't apply, better to have it than not have it. Let's say
Okay.
100%. As long as it's wholly and exclusively for work, then
Mhm.
you definitely include it here. 100%.
Okay, yeah, because it's difficult to justify how much I've
Mm,
spent on laundry and all that stuff.
yeah.
But I guess those are the numbers I've been using for the
Okay.
last few years. So whatever like seems reasonable.
Mm,
But yeah, like with my dentistry, it's working pretty much 2 days a week. Some,
okay.
yeah, 2 days. Some 1 month it may have been like three, and then one like maltings are left half like in November, December time. So
Yeah, December here.
yeah, that's kind of the situation there.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, yeah, and then with trading, I can just show you. But again, that's where I use two platforms. One of them has sent me literally a full breakdown of everything, like
Mm,
every single trade I took. The other one, I'm still waiting for them. But
okay. Okay.
yeah, to kind of summarize, I started with Vantage.
Yeah, this sheet is the one that is a bit more confusing to me. The other one was pretty straightforward. This one is trying to
Okay.
a bit better.
Yeah. It's a sad situation. But so basically started with Vantage and it was I overput, I think in those, yeah, you can see 45,300 over those like first few months of July, June mainly in July. And I kind of just broke even those couple of months. And then there was this other T4 trade, basically broker, that had apparently better spread. So then I started trading on that platform. And that one, I put like all this amount, ended up over those few months, just July to October, November, yes, putting 65. So I withdrew all of the Vantage. And that's where I wanted to say there was no profit, no gain. I'm not really sure from a tax side like how to work with that, but ultimately there was nothing. Actually, yeah, I lost 300.
Yeah, this
Um,
400. Yeah.
yeah, and then with T4 Trade, that was literally I blew the account slowly but surely. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
know. It was like just like
So it's
and
easy
that's
to withdraws. Okay.
I think that's what everyone says, right,
Mm,
about trading. That like, and as a person like who I would consider actually myself like quite mathematical. Like I feel like there are traits that are good for trading.
mm,
Unfortunately, though, you become this person who thinks they're really smart, like you recognize all these patterns. And honestly, until today, I'm learning so much. But you know, it's what, and it's that thing where I genuinely do think like I do have the personality for it, but it was supposed to be this ridiculous journey because the markets are not consistent. It's not meant to be a pattern, otherwise everyone would be rich and
it's
all this stuff.
obviously.
And I'm really understanding a lot about myself and
Mm,
checking in always. I genuinely think if I figure that this is not for me, I will accept it.
okay.
I will accept the loss truly
Mm,
because I know like there's kind of a limit, but it's been so much better, I would say, overall since I don't know, like, there's that thing where is it like, are you just telling yourself? Are you in denial about it? Or are you
actually, yeah. Looking
learning?
at the numbers and the numbers are good. 100%.
Yeah, and like seeing what you're learning, seeing the mindset
Mm,
change, understanding that it's actually more like mindset and psychology and
yes.
like all the traps as well, so what causes people to fail and feel like got somewhat like not mentors like direct one-to-one, but in a group where I really am learning and understanding a lot. So
That really helps. Yes, definitely. Instead of trying to figure it out by yourself, definitely have someone
yeah.
to walk you through it. 100%.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's kind of where I've not put any of my own money now. Well, I have only bought challenges. So
Okay.
that's kind of and I have my first funded account
Mm,
and just slowly again doing really good risk management. But that's these numbers here. Initially, again, even the funded accounts, when you've just lost like 65K,
Mm,
you're desperate to make that back overnight. You're just like,
yeah,
nope, I just
not
need to
gonna
stick
happen.
to that and then I'm going to quit. And in that desperation, again, it was a lot of funded accounts, blew those because they're very strict with the rules,
Mm,
right? But I think it's even better that like they're so strict because it's really for
100%.
free.
Yeah,
Um,
gotcha.
but yeah, so honestly, it was only costs and costs and costs. And so I've put, I guess, summarize at the bottom that I've spent 67,855 on everything, including the
Mm.
challenges, subscriptions for like mentoring, whatever it was. That's that money. And yeah,
And here, Cortana and Infinity, these are
they're all funded, all
okay,
different funded
okay,
companies. They
okay,
had different rules. And then
gotcha.
AGG Trades was like a signaling provider.
Okay.
But then I left that as well.
And from here, you didn't withdraw anything then? It was just the 67.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I have not withdrawn
okay.
anything.
And
Yeah.
this year is, I mean, obviously this is just in relation to last year, but
Yeah, and then I
this year,
paused for ages. This
okay,
year, it's literally just been a few more funded accounts blown. But I finally have my first one,
okay,
which
that
is
is
live. And that I did actually my first two withdrawals.
okay,
Yeah, but that was literally 2 months and last month. So this will be
okay.
the next tax year. They're small, very small withdrawals.
Mm,
Even that is still a journey, like I've had a part in the month, I was doing super well. And then what was it? Election day, everything went to shit. But it's not, I'm trying to just be a lot more disciplined. But yeah, anyways, hopefully next year's one
okay.
looks a little bit
A
better.
tiny bit better. At least something here, at least 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I mean, no, but I make sense of this. No, this makes sense in terms of, I mean, obviously, I will share this then with Varen, our head of accounts. He is going to be the one actually
Mhm.
handling the self-assessment and putting all of these things and making all the calculations and everything. And
Yeah.
if he has any questions that I'm not able to answer, I'm also obviously I'll just ask you. But all of this
Mhm.
makes sense. This makes perfect sense, especially this one. And so the day trading, the dentistry, and the functional medicine, yeah, everything's
Mhm.
here. Everything's here. Expenses are here. The rest is here. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, should be fine. Definitely should be fine.
Yeah. So like I guess, with the functional medicine, I had made a limited company.
Mhm.
And then with trading, this was just using my normal personal account.
Solid.
And dentistry, obviously I just get paid into my normal account and just do that self-assessment. But I know when we initially had the call, you were saying about how it can all be under the one company.
You can see where beneficial. Yes, we can. That's the study that, and we will try and make 100%.
Okay, so is that something that I need to work with them for this tax return about? Like, is he gonna figure out, like, how is that going to work, because you don't have my limited company details
No,
or
100%. No, for now, that's for this tax return. Let's just get the tax return out of the way, and then understand if it makes sense to just build a whole separate limited company for your other activities. Just include them all into the one. Here, for example, for this one, did you also set up a dedicated like business account? Bank
yes.
account. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And your income came through that account. I mean,
yeah,
it's not also
yeah.
it's also not a lot, just this, but
I know, it's literally two
yeah.
days.
Yeah. Okay. No, got you. No, but yeah, as I said, let's get the self-assessment out of the way. Let's focus because again, it's due
Mhm.
in January. We don't have that much time because now
Yeah.
we're also going to have a bit of a back and forth to understand everything here, make sure that everything's
Mhm.
out of the way. Probably even try and expose maybe some more expenses. See where we can even deduct more. And especially because we're going to probably have to offset also a few of the expenses. So it is going to be a bit complicated as we discussed. So
Yeah.
it's going to imply a bit of back and forth. So let's
Mhm.
get this out of the way as soon as possible. And then as soon as this is done, let's dive then into the study to understand how to best structure this where we can make it the most effective as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say offset the trading losses, does that
Mm.
like, how does that actually work when I the accounts are it's not through the company or anything, right? But how
Mm,
does it
it's a
work?
solo trader. No, 100%. I mean, there is this dedicated section of the self-assessment form that you submit any losses that then can be offset towards the future income that you'll have for in the further
Oh, I
years.
see.
100%. But
Okay.
it's a bit. I mean, this is obviously making it sound a bit oversimplified. There's obviously
Mhm.
more that goes into it, but that's exactly what Varian specializes in. It's not what I usually handle with,
Oh,
but
okay,
it's definitely something that can be done, and we do it for a lot of our clients. 100%. Just
okay, fine.
another added layer of complexity. But other than that, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Okay,
It's fine.
fine. Alright then. Yeah, I guess, like, that's all really,
Mhm.
because I hadn't met Evine and I wasn't sure, like,
Mm,
what was gonna happen and if I
mhm.
needed to give more. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, you can just let me know if you've got any
Mhm.
questions about anything.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And
And you mentioned that you're gonna be traveling now on from the
yes, I
7th.
will
Is
have
that
my
it?
laptop and
Okay,
internet, so
okay.
I think it should be fine. It's just because there will be a week I most probably will completely switch off, but,
Okay. No,
um
as you should, as you should, 100%. No, that's perfectly fine. I mean, from our side, it's just a few questions that as long as you have WhatsApp, 100% should
Mhm.
be fine.
Okay.
If you're accessible on WhatsApp, even, I mean, that week, if you're off, you're off, but then just quick questions back and forth that you
Yeah.
might need, 100%.
Alright then.
But it's fine.
Okay,
It's
that
fine.
sounds
Let's aim to wrap it by the end of the year. Let's
yeah,
not go into the new year with this thing pending still.
yeah,
And yeah, just get it out of the way as soon
that's
as
fine,
possible. And
that's
then we can start the next year already, then doing that study,
sprint.
understand how to the
Yeah,
sprint. Exactly.
okay, cool.
But perfect.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you for walking me through the sheets. And yeah, any questions that you might have, I'm also happy to jump on another call. And yeah. But hopefully everything should be easily resolved on WhatsApp or
Okay,
yeah, or something.
alright then.
But perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, have a lovely day
You
and
too, Priyanka. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week and enjoy your weekend, and we'll chat soon then.
amazing. Thank you.
Perfect.
Take
Thank you
care.
so much.
Bye.
Bye.